Okay, guys, we're back, guys. We're back again. Let's go, Genshin in the house, guys. Let's go. Finally, today we'll be able to complete full Fontaine quest. With that, we'll also do the event quite a bit. Then we'll do it in our fast account, bro. We also have to complete the Archon quest in our fast account also before entering Natlan. Lot of things I need to do. Oh, my mistake. Right back. Let's say clinch ball. Yes, clinch ball we have to do. Oh, max. Okay, we have reached the maximum currency. Lol. No, it's baseless. Claim it.
This realm.
It's truly beginning to thrive. Okay, Candace have reached level 10.
If you ever had.
Companion. Yotaka, welcome back though. Welcome back. Gathering of ornaments. Cooking cauldron, this is the one we need, and we need one of the wooden door tea tables. We need one of this evil replaying lantern, wine jar. Okay, there are so many things. How should I complete the teapot in Genshin? I haven't done anything in that. Oh, by maximum you can complete by putting furnishing set. Okay, furnishing set or random furnishing in the teapot. Okay, that will help you complete the. It will help you to increase the level of teapot naturally. What the heck is this? Relem depot. कहाँ गया भाई? Sorry, my mistake. Create furnishing. What the heck is this? In ELA, what things do I need to change? Please, can you ask me one more time? No, tell me one more time. Okay, what things you need to change?
If you ever
That is both of those. The goblet and the sands. If you are using her signature weapon, then use HP goblet and energy recharge sands. Okay. And if you are using energy recharge weapon, then use the hydro damage goblet and HP sands. Four quadrant. Okay. Okay, this one. Storage set buzzer. 2-tab enter to the pricing. Wooden outdoor treatable.
this realm is
80 live watching. Yes, bro. Bro. White shirt. I need this. I need this. Oh, 2-tab. Thank goodness I have this. Outdoor tea table. Obtain all. Oh, okay. That is good.
if you ever
We can directly obtain all. Yeah. Wooden one. We need the wooden one. And evil repelling lantern all around lighting. Evil repelling. Evil repelling.
this realm is
Then Teapot. Don't tell me I already have that. Congratulations on your watching this very well. Thanks, bro. But I'm not understanding where is it? Who is this? Oh, first let me create this wooden one. Okay. Evil repelling. I think I'm not seeing this evil repelling thing. Evil repelling evil. Okay, here it is. Convert wood. Pine wood. Now let's see. What the heck is this evil repelling? Oh, here it is. And the lastly is the sack. Where is the sack? The fucking sack. Storage sack. Oh, that's really good, bro. That's
If you
really
ever-
convenient. क्या कर रहे हैं? I'm trying to put a furnishing set, bro. Let's see. Let me remove this. Also this. Okay. Timing. Let me remove sucrose. Not here. And as for the companion, there is Gaming is there. Let me see. Gaming. Okay, I have reached the desired output. This save. It will trigger a what should I say? Conversation that will give me primogems.
You brought me all. Well,
See, 20 primogems. I got 20 primogems. Just like that. This thing is really very helpful. Now I can properly go to my Archon story quest. And guys, those who want to review their UIDs, just send the UIDs, guys. I will definitely do UID reviewing. Okay. Those who want to review their UIDs, just send the UIDs. Oh, before doing this, let me change to Line. I will need my Line. For fighting that whale. Candace. Opera epic clips. Finally the time. Real Floclaros.
You.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
You are not Furina. Who are you?
The sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the
Focalor.
god.
Focalor. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro-Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe. Now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew
Yeah,
full
all
well
well,
that one
not
defies
because
the heavenly
the principle
principles at one's
one's
peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a
Closer,
rather
Raw.
impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into...
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left she could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess. But in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect.
She was perfectly human in
She
every way.
was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I could... All part of the plan, of course. Do you still remember the final scene of the in order that the prophecy might appear under the curse I placed on her? So long as I, Fosalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the... I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclipse.
But Furina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500 years. And all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Bro, this scene. This is the scene. Shit. I like this shit. Furina. Ooh. Yeah, I'm back.
Oh,
come onto this stage. Now, all right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my Oh, do not jest. Can you not feel it? I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontainians are upon... Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough. Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Now disappear!
Okay, it's a ticket. A seat. Before a mirror, Furina. Okay. This is goosebumps. It will happen here.
Furina. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you? Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you. Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How? Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not... Mirror me? The prophecy. What prophecy? The people will all be
Oh,
there. What's going on?
yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die?
Oh, don't worry. Matt, I will tell you how to save everyone.
So as for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, but if the prophecy will, if there were scales.
You truly are the
Welcome,
perfect
beginner.
human.
This is the point where
My
you will start
ideal.
growing.
I suppose this would also be the just...
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well.
Play as...
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy.
But how will I do this?
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity... Remember, your true challenge will not be
because-
pursuing...
I'm still... So, how long?
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on this, but I promise you...
A trial. Huh.
Okay.
Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Furina de Fontaine, your new Archon. In truth, I know little as the god Focalor. Once again, thank you all for coming. I thought I might stammer, but...
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more...
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Right. Mirmi said that I just need to calm down, Furina. Think assertive, with a strong sense.
Okay.
Now, I was wondering if some weak Well, it seems that you may consider my previous. Now then!
So that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful. Our future may yet be bright after all.
Bro.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, we have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say the scales of may law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires. There is no trouble so long as I...
Okay. Third act, Opera House Furina. That is something.
Lady Furina, here are today's case reports as well as a summary.
Come now. Besides, none of these trials were the one that...
If I may be so impertinent.
A magnificent...
That's true, I fear I lack the ability to grab...
No need for fright. And do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now. To...
Okay.
Lady Furina, I don't know what to say.
No need to thank me. All right. Deuteria, is it?
He is doing much better now.
Oh, good. Very good. If
So in
this
other
should
citizen,
happen
how
again
every
in the
also
future,
often while
please
a
do
teacher
not
varies
hesitate to come and...
You're such a gentle and wise god.
Okay.
Lady Furina, here are the latest hydrological
Reports
reports. As
as
for the specific parameters...
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, all manner of signs...
Well,
Really?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
2375.
Furina, it's like a dream being able to speak. I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame.
That you came to Teapot, and if Teapot is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, if that's the case, she's right. I could confide in her, but if things don't play out as expected, no, Furina, you shouldn't. But what if? Oh, Furina, you've worked so hard for so long. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations? If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, think about it long and hard. No, I have nothing to say. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness...
Okay.
So even Furina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principle, she did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed. It seems that trusting humanity was...
I believe that I understand how your deception works. How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine?
Ah, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along.
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose? My work over these last 500 years has been to... But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the...
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the oratories. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the oratrice's call for death was for neither Furina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Oh, what? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And
all you've done throughout the years is...
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even... Hydro Dragon, I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's then, leaving matters of procedural right. In other words, existence was Egeria, defying the prophecy and ensuring that at this point, we, whether it be myself
Judgment of the Order mechanic
or
and
all other
by law the final verdict of the court. Yes.
have shouldered the burden. Iudex Nervillet, the highest judge in our land.
This is painful. This scene is painful.
Your full power as an element.
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too, at last. I now understand. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside you are a devious one, Focalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
Oh, the scene.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nervillet. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Codex Nouvellette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
It was
What
very
just
emotional,
happened?
guys.
Has the death sentence been...
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice. The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine, the beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring Narwhal. Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Man, that was very emotional. Okay.
We're going to execute it? But how are we going to do that? It's huge!
I've already done my best to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from the whale. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening together.
Shall we?
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility. The all-devouring Narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility, and a chance will present itself.
Why is there a rolling thingy over there? It looks really scary.
That is black hole.
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
May I
Bro!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but... oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing...
That power. Who are you exactly?
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring Narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring Narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's...
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
Huh?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhine Doctor's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhine-Daughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait! Didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch...
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you.
Who the heck she is? It's like they have introduced a Honkai Impact 3rd and Genshin Impact totally. This looks is totally like Honkai Impact 3rd.
That the all-devouring Narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Commands initiate emergency rescue. Hurry! Hey, lend a hand!
Fontaine totally underwatered. Okay.
Look! The water's receding! It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you alright? We're safe.
The prophecy was wrong.
Oh. Best story quest in the game. By far.
The Spina Rasula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Spina Rasula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like skyship winglet, lunar brain of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to... Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real...
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambirds, the value for these big scoops lies in their inept... Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying...
Paimon's curious too!
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct it...
Are you sure?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on!
Bro. Oh. Man. That was good. Good shit. Now we have Tears Among the Stars. Child Vision. Oh, we got this vision permanently. Child Vision and Tear Among the Stars. I like it. Guys, those who want to review the UIDs, just send the UIDs, guys. I will definitely do a review for all of you. It is still a mess. By the way, if I'm not wrong, I have unlocked that. That is... Why the heck it is still not unlocked? What the... No teleportation.
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around. I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snežević. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially but if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our...
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it...
That would be fine.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials.
Huh?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Furina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina...
Wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the...
Forget it. I'm sure you...
I see you're the same...
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might...
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And smile.
Why so in a separate way? Oh.
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots.
Let's take more pictures of Poisson to the picking exercise.
All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
Longinas.
You're very
10
quick.
views to 30 plus views, congrats.
Speed is of the
So
essence when it
thanks,
comes
bro.
to the new. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty
Now,
good
in
at
a
building
story case,
connections.
you will return.
Who knows? I might
In
eventually
a
get that interview
story
with
case,
you
you
after
will
all, Miss
return
Florand.
it, or in the end here, I don't remember exactly.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at
Now the
Fortress of
only thing
Meripede.
remained is that is genosis, hydrogenesis.
Whoa, you're well.
How will the
That's a
Fatui get the hydrogenesis now?
complete
That I need to
In
see.
truth, all Monsieur
I
Neuvillette
guess
asked
Neuvillette
me
will
was,
give
when
it
did the
to
fortress become so
the
friendly
knave
towards
as
the...
it
I
is.
told him that it was best not to speak to...
You're right. I've got to treasure every...
Stay safe now. And tell me...
Yeah. After all, there is no need for Neuvillette to head the Genesis because Neuvillette is a sobering dragon. So there is no point for him to use the Genesis there.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feel.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Duke! Did you...
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and...
It's an honor to finally meet the much...
No need to thank me.
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. Miss Charlotte.
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to...
Sir, please don't say things.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier
Bro,
denies it.
the one thing I just remembered, that
be
is,
very
the
important to
Melusine
you
will
then.
not die. As because Melusines were not a creation of Aegir, okay. It was created by Erinis, so the Melusines will not die. Even if all the Fontainians die, the Melusines will not die. Melusine, Neuvillette and Furina will be spared. If it came true, actually. It came true, but Neuvillette prevented it. If Neuvillette didn't prevent it, then Neuvillette, Furina and the Melusine would live, and the rest will all become ocean apes
No,
in the primordial sea.
This is my first.
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet
Including
Mr.
the Traveler.
Edwards.
Traveler
And I'll
will
be
also
honest,
live.
I enjoyed the boat that
And
brought about a
Paimon.
miracle, the ark that saved the people.
Yeah, Knave too.
Why, you recreated a myth back. Still, if I might ask,
And
where's
the
that
rest of
flying ship now?
the peoples of Tesnaya.
Looks like Charlotte's trying to get her.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an...
You already know my answer, I'm afraid.
And also
Best you
people who have
interview
come
our
from
head nurse
different
instead.
nations like Mondstadt,
Or perhaps
Inazuma,
you'd like to
Liyue.
take another photo
Okay,
of this
because
couple of
Chiori is from
researchers?
Inazuma. Okay, Chiori will survive. Okay.
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up?
This is one
Please,
case
someone
now
help
you
me
can
have a
apply
look.
for whoever's creator program. Creator program. आरवी मुझे एक लिंक सेंड करना तो क्रिएटर प्रोग्राम का
Lively here.
ओके
We've seen this kind of thing before.
लॉल
Seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this?
Ah, Siegeween.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Sure. Come on, Miss Siegeween. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Send me in Discord, okay.
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place
Okay.
is still more or less the same.
But this has already ended. No, not this one. Yeah, okay. Got it. Now I got it.
Other than that flying ship, it got
Wait a sec, guys.
too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurrier? Miss Lurvine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you would want that, which is a pity.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two. I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
He sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Oh, actually, what about you? Are things gonna change for you too?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Furina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey everyone, the photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day here.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time, everyone.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. Until then. All right. Last stop, the docks.
Just a sec, guys.
Book learning alone is not enough to cultivate intelligence. All those scholars in the academia are prime examples. Wait. Huh? No. Whatever. The scribe's work is simple, which is exactly why I took the position.
How long will it take if I set out?
Okay. Lineate, and Fremene.
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together.
Linny.
Apparently,
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends...
You could just make a friend like Fremene here. Isn't that right, Fremene?
Is this...
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact?
Lynette sure is working
In
hard to
Village
help
of the
Fremene
Primordial Sea in the
socialize.
Fortress of Merupidiate. Yes.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He
Free
even wants to assist
Bennett.
in magic shows.
There is no point for me to get Bennett for free here. But in my first account, second account it is okay.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out.
Lynette, could you come over?
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for...
That's all right. We were more than happy to help. So...
Oh, I guess you haven't heard. After Lady Furina left, Father and Monsieur Nervillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
A diplomatic gift? A gnosis?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it.
Billy, what it is
It
it?
could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord
You
Child,
can't see my
or as
chat,
thanks
bro.
for his
Bro,
help in
today it was
tying
raining
the
a lot and
all-devouring
suddenly, yeah,
Narwhal
yeah.
down.
I read your,
Furthermore,
I read your
Father
text,
did
bro.
also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
That's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about.
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Nervulet has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
So there's some reason for this that only Nervulet knew.
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Ah, yes, speaking of which...
Isn't he real busy? But back to the topic. The gnosis was given to the knave, right?
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
That's true. When you think
Okay, I
about
thought night would man to be. No.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much.
Are you going to take the gnosis back to Snit?
That is our duty as harbingers. Yeah, don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable. Switching my masks is something I've always done. Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever? As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision? All right. I'll remember to return.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming...
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall...
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-schedule.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take
who
a
will
magic
win?
pocket before you go?
All Arcos and their dragons.
Traveler, Paimon,
Versus
you
us,
take one
standards
too.
are heavily principled. Including Genesis.
That's right.
I'm really excited that what will Snezhnaya do with Genesis, especially Teresa.
Pockets when we first met too. I guess this must be
What's
life.
the purpose of using
We will all
Genesis
follow our own
of each and
paths,
every nation?
and serendipity will lead you. All right then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day, you two.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte off. Shall we go see how Nervulet's doing? As long as he's not so busy that he doesn't have time to chat anyway. One more story to add to my collection.
I've already provided a site in my description, bro. You can buy Genesis crystal from that site only. Who knows?
Really? Oh,
did you
I
upgrade your
suppose you must
headphones?
have met
No,
Mr.
bro.
Lenny. In any case, you came at a good time.
It's still the same
I was
one.
just considering reaching out.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping actually saved. The whole business is still...
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth.
Whoa. So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontainians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone. Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Focalor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too!
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power. As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
What complicated considerations? Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Yeah, about that. Risley said Furina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Furina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House, not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay, right?
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal life.
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
Hydro better if you already have more than...
Passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function. This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases and pass verdicts by myself.
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest
what
judge.
should I use on Yellen?
The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Udex shall coexist within my person. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem.
Use 4-piece emblem, okay.
No longer produce indemnitium.
Are you using Sabonis? That's good, but also with that use 4-piece emblem. Use HP Sense and Hydro Damage Goblet.
The various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay. Where are they getting their energy from?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Okay, let
I
me
have
ask this.
investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring Narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, as for the judgment passed by whether it was due to that liability by association or Focalors deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off.
Guess Focalors had Fontainians in mind the whole time. Hang on a second. Back when Fontainians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also transformed oceanids?
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontainians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray?
Yeah! Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
Paimon sorta gets it now.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Go which you ever have. Next day on journey,
You'll soon
Natlan.
be heading to Natlan, I presume. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land. As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
A nation of dragons? You mean like you?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity. Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame. There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Knave that I believe may be useful to you. The harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
The captain. Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui harbinger doing their thing.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. Paimon's still got a question about Gnosis. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had cleared. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certain. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with you. In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon.
What next?
The all-devouring Narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
Of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After Focalors' divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Fowl, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curses.
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts. And my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
This third descender you refer to, who are they? And when did they
Third
die?
descender, a traveler.
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're
Ethereal
interested,
Lumen, I
though,
guess, is the
could
third
ask him.
descender. Second
I'll be sure
descender,
to
I
pass
guess, was the
answer on to you
Hexagonal
next
spell.
time.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
I do.
Who was the first descender then?
Wait.
If second
I
descender,
have a disciple of my
traveler
own,
is
don't
fourth
I?
descender.
He can be the messenger that...
Then who is the third descender? Hexen Circle is what? Second or third descender? Hexen Circle?
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on to you.
The remains of the third descender? So that's what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
This Skark is what should I say? A disciple of the Foul.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by
Hexen
keeping it
Circle
here.
is a group of not descenders. Not descenders.
I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender. I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special compatibility, right? No, let's not think about this stuff right now. It just feels creepy. Comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all. That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad luck. Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answers that way.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
All right. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yes, all of Focalor's efforts were for this moment as well.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
Bedtime story. Okay. So as per what I'm seeing, primordial one might be the first descender. Heavenly principles are the second descender. Third descender unknown and fourth descender is traveler. Both Aether and Lumin.
Wait. Huh? No. Whatever.
Third descender was his sister.
Wait.
Whose brother?
No. Whatever.
Bedtime story. Oh, regarding Aether as a descender.
After all this time living.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is all it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only—
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by with the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake. It's in our best in—
Well, that's us for sure!
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well.
Okay, so who are we looking for?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing, but the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If somebody
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out. In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and—
All right then, let's go! Paimon's starting to get—
Bedtime story, chapter 4, act 6. Is Paimon is Paimon. Paimon is part of Kandria. Paimon is part of Kandria. If you see the logo here, it is the reverse logo of Tevar. Okay. This is the reverse logo. Paimon is part of Kandria. I guess he was an entity created by the Kandrian for some sort of reason. Because of this exact logo. Paimon is part of Kandria. Who knows? But this is Kandria's symbol. The reverse. This is Kandria's symbol. This symbol is of Kandria, that I can assure you.
We made it to Vamara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
An ancient goddess whom wrongly had repeated in his past. What?
Hello there.
There is even this kind of speculation.
No, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vamara Village.
Ah, so you hear about that then. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
Besharam.
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
He might be Besharam also.
Okay.
His personality.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memory. We just don't know the specifics.
Albert.
Maybe we did. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then.
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fun. There aren't many young people like him now.
Could he have just moved away without...
No, he's not the type to leave.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information.
Yes, so anyway, just okay. That I know. These are all just theories that are presented to the forum. By the end of the day, it will all depend on the author. What he is going to present them. Okay. After all, it is all just a fiction that is created by the author. It is up to the author how he will present it to us.
Is that guests I hear?
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Just like the fact that we got a scoop on that the author is saying that he, in his later part, he will create a what should I say, a spot where the doctor will destroy the Armansul. That we never thought that it will happen, that the doctor will destroy the Armansul.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can.
With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly
Who is the actor
or
of
play
Paimon?
with the orphans in the village.
Corina Boedgar, English, Japanese, Paui Koga, Duopo in Chinese, and Kim Ga New in Korean. Okay. But the English in is Corina Boedgar.
And whenever someone had
Is
something on
probably an
their
elemental
mind,
being
he
like the
was there
Spanish
to
like
listen
or
with
either
open ears.
story quest who
He always
doesn't have
knew
elemental
just
power.
what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks, helping villagers navigate difficult
But this
moments
part,
in their lives.
but this part totally
Should have been one of
represent
my
the abyss.
responsibilities, but he was
Okay,
often the
abyss
one
and the outer
rising to the
world,
occasion.
similar to the interstellar space. This part of her.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder it, but, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but
I
I
just use
just can't
DTF
remember.
LNEX.
No matter how you
After
look
that,
at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps...
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out.
Oh, that's good.
Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that and nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he Okay, Paimon's gonna need...
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vimara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say...
Yeah, no need to worry.
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me.
From France to represent Fatoi, Abyss, Celestia, and Kandria. So many things. One day we'll have to fight all the final bosses that rule those. Let's see, let's see.
Mind the side effects. The life of an adventurer certainly isn't easy.
Certainly isn't easy.
Is this
Two
the
elements
place?
that we don't have, that
Under
is
this
light
tree?
and dark element.
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk.
Yes.
Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky. I was actually adopted by the people of Vimara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child.
Yes, then
I was surrounded by such good
good
people, and growing up in the village was so
lively.
lively. Still,
Alone?
Who knows? It will all depend on the author, bro. How are we going to present?
When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even... Really? You know exactly how I feel? Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well... I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him.
Kundu, yes, Priyanka, definitely. You think you're right. Okay, let me end this conversation. After that, I will see your Euro ID.
No, none of those things matters now.
Wow, you two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about him?
Oh, right. I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was... I didn't know whether that meant they had left...
Still not...
Look at me. Talking the last time I talked this much... Come to think of it, every time always passed by really slowly.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
So let's about tank would be the key of unraveling the whole mystery.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. The Abyss Order. Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick!
A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show.
It was no trouble.
Now that they seem agitated and went off to...
By the way, your YouTube name sounds kinda like Out of Time and demon name.
We should head back and check out the situation in Vimara Village
New
just in case.
we are dying before
The Abyss
Celestial
Order is
release.
plotting something that could spell trouble for the...
And Genshin has his spear. Dying before unable to see Goblin Slayer season 3, bro.
It's Dainslev!
And One Punch Man season 2. No, season 3. Same. Season 3 of One Punch Man and Goblin Slayer.
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should...
Yep, see you later, Atos!
Navigation character for edit.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that
We
matter.
know that in fact the names
As
they
long
give
as
to
you and
Genshin
I are
characters are
both in
mostly
pursuit
ancient
of the
goddess,
Abyss Order, we're bound
certain
to cross
etc.
paths.
So you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then?
Like
That
Baal.
would explain the monsters you were fighting
Totally a
just now.
Baal.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same
It got
purpose?
Hindi translated. We also in that too.
No matter. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly
kind of
trail
ball
activity
name is
in the
that?
area?
As things stand,
They didn't
I
got any
highly
kind of
doubt
name
that
to
is their
give her.
primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a
Yes.
byproduct of whatever it is they're really
You're
trying
that
to
one.
accomplish.
Venti. Venti, Zhongli.
Still, the
Yeah, Natlan is
habitual
totally based on
activity is
Africa.
causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should.
The best way
Because
to
of the
protect them is
images
by
they have
figuring out
created.
what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy. And you shall have them.
So
I
it's like
never
based on
intended to
Soviet
hide anything
Union.
from you.
Sumeru, the
Don't worry.
will be
There should be ample
idealized.
time to talk.
Gauss, Sumaras, etc. By the will traveler. We return to Furina, gather intel based on what we have learned. Okay. So.
So that was the commission that brought you here. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it appears all we have by way of clues is increased habitual activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you? I sense hesitation in your words. After all, there's still hope for the two of you to
We
reconcile.
just saw the Mavericks, holy
Irreparable
moly, it will
damage
be
has
more
not
painful
yet
than
been
Sumeru
done.
Desert.
The sinner you
What,
wish to
Natlan?
know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary.
No, beautiful. The Visionary. Visionary! Fucking. Visionary. Foul's name.
I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
Says not to be more close at eventually was 60 players.
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of
Kandria.
The wise Roptatir,
The
the visionary Vedrfolnir,
Gold,
Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi,
Oh, Foul!
and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Foul and Rhindaughter both are from Kandria. Holy shit! Holy shit, all of them are Kandrians. Rhindaughter is a Kandrian and Sutalor is Kandrian. So Rick's master is a Kandrian. Holy moly.
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Yes, Kark's master.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who
All
created
of the
Albedo.
Hexen Circle is Kandrian.
Sertologi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedrfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
They were once people of great esteem in Kandria, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster, the ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And for that, they shall never have my forgiveness. Indeed,
If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world. Of course.
So, Dane, what have you been—
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some. There are many signs pointing to that.
Then what should we do?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect—
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe— My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular—
Wait! Then our commission here in Vimara Village.
It's certainly possible.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, so tired. Well, let's go find Dane.
Okay, before that, whose account was it? I needed to see. Is a Priyanka Yor. Okay, restricted. Yeah, 39. So you have Traveler. You have Aether. Dynamic will stringless. Okay, good. I guess you're not going to build all the characters. Certain characters like Shangling, Xingqiu, Tandy, I guess you're going to build. For all these weapon, yeah, you're using characters very good. Artifact you'll be using 4-piece emblem. Okay, with crit rate circlet, pyro damage bonus goblet, energy recharge sands, or you can even use attack sands if you want. No, I guess energy recharge sands will be a better choice. Yes. With crit damage focusing on all of them. And talent, you will be double crowning her. For Xingqiu also same, you will be using sacrificial, artifact 4-piece emblem with crit rate, hydro, attack with crit damage focusing on all of them. Here also he will be double crown. Cookie will be using Iron Stinger using good enough. You can either go with 4-piece glided for high EM, or you can go with 4-piece that one. What was the name? Wait. What was the name? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here. So, Flower of Paradise Lost for Hyper Bloom. Okay, you can either go for 4-piece Flower of Paradise Lost or 4-piece Glided. And for Tannery, it will be 4-piece Wandering Troop. Stringless, you are using that's well and good. With crit damage circlet, Dendo damage goblet, EM sands, and crit damage focusing on all the artifacts. That will be a Tannery build. With triple crowning, he will be triple crowned. That will be more or less your build overall. Okay, Priyanka. Oh, to the creator's profile. Just sec, guys. Just a sec. Okay. तो फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट भेजो. ओके 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 डेफिनेटली. Okay. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 1, 9, 6.
This is such a great place for a vacation. Let me just take a few more days off.
Dane's Cliff. Okay, we'll do one thing. This we'll do later. This one we'll do later. Let us do that one. That is that quest on our first account. The princess one. Or we can even do the princess one in our first account tomorrow also. Yeah, better let's do one thing. For the time being, so we have done all the progression that we need to do. For timing better, let's stop here and let's see you all again tomorrow, guys. Okay, overall there's a lot of progression we have did already. And oh, by the way, one more thing, I totally forgot. You sold me a new code, right? Let me see, what does this code give us? Oh, this one. Oh, this one will always get. You always get this one. Yeah, energy amplifier, that will start for 12th. That is tomorrow. Fine. So guys, with that, let's see you all again. Request I sent you already. मैंने already भेज दिया तुझे request. इससे भी भेज दूँ? अच्छा. 2, 3, 6. Yeah. From this account also I have sent you a friend request. Okay. With that, guys, we did all the progression that we need to do. So let's see you all again tomorrow, guys. And for the timing, bye guys, stay safe and peace, guys. Let's see you all again tomorrow. And that was the work in Fontaine quest is really good. I will do the Fontaine quest in this account also. This account also have to complete the Fontaine quest. Both account I haven't completed. Finally, second account I completed it. Now I have to complete this one in your first account. Okay, see you all tomorrow, guys. And for timing, bye guys, stay safe and peace, guys. See you all tomorrow. And guys, those who are new to the channel, be sure to like and sub the channel, guys. It will be really appreciated. Just few more submitted to 950, guys. 1950, guys. Okay, we can do it. Just few more submitted to 950.